Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorials. In this tutorial, we shall again pick up few of the important multiple choice questions related to periodic test 1. You all know that your periodic test is going to be commenced shortly. So without wasting much of time, we are going to pick up few important questions now. In this question, right on your screen, the given image represents a human eye, right? And so what is the function of the part of the eye that is marked as X, right? So a picture of human eye is given. Now, as far as this question is concerned, this X can be anywhere, can be either on retina, or it can be on optic nerves, or X can be on lens. So it can be anywhere. At present in this question it is on iris, which means you should know the function of each and every part, right? However, in this question we'll deal with only iris. You all have seen iris. We have taken this topic in the previous video tutorials. Please refer. Iris is the part which includes a small gap in between, which is called pupil, and iris controls the size of the pupil, and hence it controls the amount of light that enters into the eye, right? So which of the option? It helps to distinguish between the colors? No, it will not help distinguish between the colors. There are the cells which are called rods and cone cells, which we will deal with little later. It sends sensation of the light to the brain? No, because the optic nerves sends all these signals to the brain. It protects the interior part of the eye from the accidents. It's the cornea which does that. It helps to control the amount of light that enters into the eye. So the last option is correct option. You have to read these options carefully, and we shall go for the correct answer as D. Right. The next one. Two students are at two ends, right, of the room. One of the student claps, but the other student is unable to hear the sound. The student takes a long rod and ask his friend to put the ear on the rod at the other end. The student taps the metal rod here. With the same intensity, that sound is heard by his friend. What can be concluded by this observation? Right? So particles in air are closer to one another to the sound travels faster, is the first option. It's a wrong option, because we know the particles of air are not closer, they are far away, right? And we all know that if you can represent these air molecules into air columns, right? So in the atmosphere, when there is a sound and that sound moves due to the vibration of air molecules in the atmosphere. So when it moves due to vibration, the vibration transfer from one particle to another particle, right? So it has to be fast enough in solid, because in the gas the particles are a bit far away from each other, whereas in the liquid particles are slightly closer compared to gas, and in the solid it will be, particles are very close, and the here vibrations definitely will transfer faster because they are very close, and therefore sound can travel in solids at approximately 6,000 meters per second as compared to 300 to 400 meters per second in air, right? And therefore the right answer has to be option C, because just read In option C, it is written particles in solid substance are closer to one another to the sound travels faster, right? It is because in the solid we have seen just now that particles are very close, vibrations are easy to be transferred from one particle to another particle. That's why whatever sound is trapped here will move very fast into his ears. And here is next question. Which of these activities should be avoided in order to protect our eyes from damage? First one is studying under dim light, of course, okay, but not always. Using a suitable spectacles, looking directly into the sun, washing of eyes with water. So among all these, the more correct answer is looking directly into the sun. Now question is why it happens, because our eye is made of a convex lens, and convex lens converges, and when it converges it puts an image of the sun right on the retina, and you know how strong sun rays are. We have already made a demonstration on that. It will burn a piece of paper, whereas our retina is very delicate. So definitely the answer has to be looking directly into the sun. Okay, we have to avoid it. Next question now. The table lists petroleum products. We all have studied petroleum products. There are plenty of products which is derived out of crude oil. And some table is given here, out of which petroleum product is used as a fuel. And what is fuel? Fuel is the one which gives us energy when it is burnt, right? So we know that petrol, right? Petrol is used as a fuel, diesel is again as a fuel, and LPG as a fuel. Lubricating oil, no, it is to reduce the friction. Paraffin wax, a wax. Bitumen is on road to make, So next question is, which resource is an inexhaustible natural resource, right? So we have studied exhaustible and inexhaustible natural resource. Exhaustible are those we are going to be completely over because of use in near future, where inexhaustible is the one which cannot be over. And which of these out of 4 choice? Coal, it is said it is going to be completely finished, as well as even natural gas and petroleum. But solar energy compared to all these 3 is more inexhaustible. So the answer is solar energy. So next question now. Which byproduct is obtained after processing of coal? Right? So please recall, how is coke produced? Right? Because the options which are given there is diesel, petrol, coke and paraffin wax, out of which first 2, A and B, diesel and petrol, and then paraffin wax are components of a crude oil which are obtained in the fractional distillation of petroleum, whereas coke is obtained when a coal is heated in absence of air, right? So the right choice is coke. Next question. What is the structure of eardrum? Right? Options you can just read now. It is the stretched cord in the ear. It is a stretched membrane in the ear. Membrane is just a skin. It is a nerve which transmits signal in the brain. Now it's a funnel type canal of the ear through which sound enters. So recall the structure of ear, whereas it's a canal is a auditory canal, and then there is a eardrum. Eardrum is not a bone. Eardrum is not an organ which will send a signal directly to the brain. It is done by auditory nerves, right? And 3 important bones are hammer, anvil and stirrup. Now question is, what is this eardrum? It is a kind of membrane. You can see on this picture this skin type, right? And any rupture here will result into irreversible damage. We will lose our hearing. So what is the answer? Answer is it's a stretched membrane in the ear. Well, we'll stop here for today. See you with few more questions for preparation of periodic test 1. Thank you very much.